don't know me. I get caught with a million on top of the road. Look up on a person that cost me a band. I spend money on me, then I ball in the homies. I fuck it, I dip, I ain't staying, I leave her. And letting the hoe ever try to control me. I'm punching the stupid, I feel like I'm rolling. I be blocking these bullets, I feel like a goalie. I feel like I'm seeing that these niggas can't see me. These niggas, they envy me, they wanna be me. He try to run up, he got put on the TV. They gon' forward, look how they gon' play it on repeat. Got walk in my cup and they hoe, I be leaning. You saying you slow, but don't know the meaning.
Chat. Out here, gotta get all the rocks out of all like the flower beds and stuff. Gotta bag them up, but we're low-key not doing it all by hand, so I'm finna go see if I can find like a rock rake or something. All right. Bro, I don't see anything. You know, other than this right here, but that's for like regular rocks, or not rocks, leaves. Love that. All right, we're just gonna have to work with it. Flower bed number 1 done.
You said what's the special for the day?
Oh, what's the special for today?
For example, nothing.
UFC, MMA, World Cup's going on. Forget MMA. Soccer. Heading to the field right now.
Wow.
we got Jude Bellingham right here. We got Messi right there. Oh yeah. Messi.
Bro, tell me why this guy is actually buns, like making the worst shots ever. He's garbage.
Stop being right there.
He's about to try to shoot on me, but that's not gonna work, man. That's not gonna work. Ah, he missed. He's trash. He's dead. Jude Bellingham gonna score. Oh, he's broke his twice. Oh, he's missed. And I made him, but I blocked it. So do a little bit of film study, kind of like just see what we're trying to work on, because today is sparring day for us. And today, this is what I'm gonna be doing. So in this fight with Justin Gaethje against Palomino, he's using the high guard a lot, right? This is like something like that's good for me because I'm always gonna be in the pocket. And right here in the high guard, you're easy to throw the hooks, right? I'm gonna use the high guard to like counter people's punches. So right here, you have Palomino throwing the jab, block. Watch, he's gonna come back low, and basically I'm gonna stay protected and watch how their punches return back so I know what is open. And in this instance, like a right hook would be right there. And then right here, Gaethje times the hook perfectly as he moves his head off the center line and throws the right hook, ending up in knockout.
Alright, so today is sparring day, and one of the things I'm going to be working a lot is working my jab a lot more, because me and Kamaru Usman actually have the same reach, got 76 reach. So, you know, and I also just throw my jab a lot. So here we can see how he's timing it off of the leg kick. The first time he misses, and then you can see later in the round, right here, off of the leg kick, boom, he actually lands it there. So I'm gonna be looking to keep my stance a little bit wide, bait the leg kick, and step in for the jab off of it.
All right, so we're gonna be working on a move that I've played around with for a little bit, but like I'm not very good at using it yet. So I'm just gonna show y'all. It is the switch uppercut. Basically, you're just countering off of someone's jab every time they throw that jab. You switch your stance, and you want to go in from right here, and as their jab is across your shoulder, that's where you're able to let go because their chin is going to be exposed as they're jabbing. And this all just like matters depending on like how their jab returns. If it returns high, then you can go to the body. If they jab and return low, then you can time the right hand. So you can go from right here, right, and uppercut, or you go around, right, and you're gonna feint, and as they're gonna try and get tall to back away from it, that's where you follow with the right hand, and that's what I'm gonna be doing at sparring today. So we'll see you there.
The next thing I'm gonna work on is setting up my straight punches, really just my cross. So here in the Masvidal 2 fight, you see Usman go to the body a lot with the jab to get Masvidal to try to counter off with the hook, so that whenever he comes back up top, Masvidal isn't defending. He's countering, so he's able to get countered. We can see that right here. Boom, going to the body, and then fires off that too. And that's actually how he ended up knocking him out in this fight. For sparring, prior to this first clip, I was able to get him to respect my jab, which is why I'm able to step in and get that leg kick off. And here you can see what I was mentioning earlier, timing that leg kick and then stepping in with a jab. Because I was able to get him to respect my jab early on, you can see I'm able to step in here, go low, come straight over top with the left hand. These next few clips are against my coach, but here you can see I get too comfortable with it. He's able to slip outside of my jab and land that 2 straight down the pipe. And here you can see what I was working earlier, going low, then coming right back over top with that cross. And right here we're circling back to timing that jab off the leg kick. You can see here I didn't get it perfect, but I was able to get it off. Here you can see what I mean by utilizing my length. I'm able to step back and then fire off that 2. I landed pretty far outside the pocket, but I was punished for this in between rounds. That's why here you can see me move my head as soon as we exit. In this sparring session, one of my weaknesses got exposed pretty badly. I'm light on the lead foot when I lead with my jab. You can see him punishing me for it multiple times here. He's conditioning me, he gets me thinking, and then he makes me fire back, which leads to a sweep. Here he's actually explaining to me that if I want to play the long game and fight outside of my jab, then my lead hand must stay active. It cannot sit there or else I will get countered over the top. And here you can actually see him hit the exact counter he was telling me about. And then as far as Max goes, you're going to see him exercising that high guard he was telling you about earlier in the video. You can see it there. And here you'll see him struggle a little bit trying to get to that switch uppercut. It's not exactly a positioning thing here, more of a circumstance thing. You can see him throwing a 2 instead of him being able to counter off the jab. And then here, once again, you see him exercising that high guard. Here we can see him experimenting a little bit. So instead of that switch uppercut, he's going to go rear uppercut. You see him still exercising that high guard, exiting, keeping his composure. And then here, once again, you see him exercising that high guard, setting his opponent up with jab so that he knows what to expect. Fires off that 2, and he's able to catch him as he exits. In this next one, you'll see him set up this double jab and then go to a jab hook. This is very good for him because his opponent is expecting the double jab, so all his opponent is going to do is go straight back. Here we can see another thing he talked about in the video. Just like when Gaethje set up that right hook, you can see him set up that left straight.
Alright, y'all, we're back home. Overall, we're going to go through a review of the day. So we picked up the rocks, played soccer, had fun. Then minimal film study, bad idea, should have done more. Then we had sparring. And today, things were just not going my way, but that's kind of expected when I'm trying to mix in new things like being more comfortable with using my high guard, and then also mixing up with the dirty boxing and trying to sneak in those uppercuts with the switch uppercuts and then the jab to the uppercut. Not really used to that yet, but we're going to work on it. We're going to get that cleaned up. Also going to clean up the telegraphing on some of my strikes because I noticed that when watching the film study. Overall, today was like an okay day. You know what I'm saying? And y'all stay blessed. Be ready for the next video for sure.
Alright, y'all. We got a little review of the day. You heard Max say it. Woke up, did the rocks, went and played soccer. That was fun. I'm not very good at soccer, but it's a good thing I'm not a soccer player. But that was very good. Sparring was okay today. Had a lot of things I could have worked on. Got to work on my feet position. Got to work on my head movement. Got to work on my hands in general. But yeah, overall, I would say like 8 out of 10 day. Not too bad. But yep, as always, y'all stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.